Welcome to the ET322 how-to video for the BJT Class A Amplifier Lab build in Multisim. Here we are at Multisim, and let's create our Class A amplifier. And as usual, we're going to need grounds and power. So power sources, we have a ground. Okay. And let's grab just VCC. That'll get us our 15 volts. And we're going to need some resistors, a 3K. We need a 3K. And we're going to need 2 potentiometers. We need a 1K. And we need a 10K. And we need a transistor. NPN, our 3904. Okay, so let's assemble it. So we have our transistor, and we're going to utilize our 1K. Whoops. We're going to use him in the future for a swamping resistor, so let's flip him horizontally. And this guy, our 10K, is going to be our voltage divider. Flip him horizontally. And our 3K is going to be our collector resistor. Let's rotate him 90. And let's put her together. And we're going to convert this guy to 15 volts. And he's going to provide power both. And it looks like we're finished. We're going to need a DMM though here. Let's go ahead and move our DMM, and we're going to measure our VCE. Good. I've removed all of the measuring equipment, so now let's build our amplifier. So we're going to need capacitors in order to do that. So let's go back to our basic here and find electrolytic capacitor. And we're going to need a 10 to 10s. So here's our output. And here's our input. And we're going to need a signal. Let's go back to sources, and we're going to use signal sources. So let's use AC. Let's do a signal. AC current source, no signals. Yeah, AC voltage will work. That's going to be our input. And let's see. And we need a 5.1K. and he's going to be our load resistor. Add our ground, rotate him 90, and let's connect the circuit. So here's going to be our load resistor, and here's going to be our input, and we need to rotate him the other way. And there is our input signal, and we needed a ground. Good, so let's clean that up a bit. And we need 1 volt peak to peak at 1 kilohertz. So let's open this up. 1 volt peak, so we need peak to peak, so we'll make him 0.5. And we could use our function generator for this too. Okay, so we have our input. And let's go ahead and grab our scope so we could read what's going on here. Again, we need another ground. So we're going to measure our input signal and compare it to our output signal. And we're not going to change this because that gave us our voltage divider right where we wanted to do. And the reason we choose a Q point in the middle so that we could get the maximum swing on our AC. If it's offset, we're going to clip one. Okay, we're going to convert this potentiometer into a swamping resistor. So we need the first thing we need to do is make sure that it's not A. We're going to try another letter, B, and make sure we don't touch A because it will mess up all the work that we've done so far. So let's get rid of the ground here to make sure that it's just the resistor we're measuring. Okay, so let's start it, and we want him at 750 ohms. So let's go to B and see if he goes up or down. There we go, perfect. So he's 750. So once I reassemble this guy, let's turn it off. I'm going to insert him, so we're going to have a 750 on the bottom and a 250 swamping resistor. So now we need to add a 10K, and we're going to bypass AC, the AC part of this, with our capacitor here. So we're going to bypass the 750 part of our signal, and it should help the gain. Good, so we have that. So let's come back and test it.